Here that it's not gonna always be this great.
Why you don't think that?
We're in paradise.
Yeah.
I feel like it's easy to be like happy, you know?
I don't think that though. This setup don't make.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Little Black Book. You know what time it is. Talking to you guys about Woody and talking about also Amani. Guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure you do me a favor. Do yourself a favor, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Click on the bell button for a notification of the uploads. And for those of you returnees, well, you already know what it is, baby. You got the minerals. You got the minerals. Woo! Listen, hey guys, do me a favor as well. Make sure you join the mineral gang. You understand? Grab yourself one of these mineral hoodies. You know what I'm saying? Click on that link down below. Grab yourself a hoodie, yeah, and join the mineral gang team. You feel me? I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, man. All right, listen. Let's get into the video. The video. All right, cool. So Woody and Amani. I think obviously everybody, including myself, has been surprised by the turnaround of Woody and Amani. I really felt that, because of their energy, their connectivity, their early, that straightaway love, that maybe they would encounter some problems. And so far, they've proved us evidently wrong, and proved me especially evidently wrong. And I love that. I'm glad that's happened, you know what I mean? And I pray that it continues. I think this episode really for them was really about exploring Amani's insecurity in the fact that she does feel like potentially this, she's holding back on especially on the sex side, we heard from last episode, and on this side as well, she's just checking her feelings, as you mentioned, which I think was a very good term she used, checking her feelings to make sure that she's not getting swept away by the holiday fever. I think anytime you go on holiday or you go to a place of peace and tranquility, you go somewhere outside of the normal hustle and bustle of your life, and you meet someone or you're on a date with somebody, you can get swept up by what I call
Here that it's not gonna always be this great.
Why you don't think that?
We're in paradise.
You've got no responsibilities, you're focused on each other, there's no other distractions, you're just trying to enjoy the space and the arena that you're in. In fact, I remember some time ago in 2012, which some years ago now, I was in Ibiza, I met a certain gal there, and let me tell you something, I was indoctrinated, I was infatuated, I was I don't know what else was I, in something dotted, I don't know what to even call it, you know what I mean? I was just sucked in, right? And I remember I thought to myself, nah, this girl's so bad. She was bad, but she was bad. Like, she wasn't that bad that I was making it like, blood, I've met Megan Fox or something. Okay, let me rephrase that. Like, I've met Megan Good, you know what I'm saying? Sorry, wrong Megan, you understand? I was making it out like I've met Megan Good or something, like, blood. But because I was on holiday, and the sun, the sea, the sand, all that stuff was gassing man up, blood. Do you understand? So when I see that girl, I was like, God damn, baby, where did they make you? Did God craft you with his bare hands? I was thinking to myself, blood, you are the baddest thing since sliced bread. Do you understand? So the holiday does that to you, you know? And we used to meet in the club, and then we dance, and and that dancing was, whew. You know what I'm saying? I got a missus now, but I'm just reliving that moment. But I'm just letting you know, like, when you're on holiday, things get seen differently because, like I said, you've got no responsibilities. You've got nothing distracting you. And so, I love what Amani was saying, like, listen, I get it, I hear you, I'm with you, but I do got to check my feelings and make sure this isn't a feeling because we're on our honeymoon. Now, I know that obviously, that Woody was saying, no, this is real, his feelings are true. But the point is here also, we haven't seen you under pressure.
Well, I'm hoping like when we get home, we have the same vibe.
Same energy.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta cheat.
See, diamonds are made for under pressure. Diamonds are forever. Now, I know some people are going to be annoyed that I do singing in my reviews. I don't care. It's my goddamn channel. All right, listen. Sorry for saying God. Diamonds are made under pressure. We won't know the extent of your relationship until you're under pressure. Which is why when you go back into your normal lives, you're living with each other, you're seeing each other, you're knowing each other, you're getting to know each other, you know what I'm saying? And you're still doing life, you're still doing work, you're still doing your hustle and your grind. How are you going to behave? How are you going to react? When COVID hits and you're stuck in a house, how are you going to react? How are you going to behave? How does your job status change? Like, we haven't even deep that. Like, okay, let's say your job status changes now because obviously of COVID. How do you handle that? What if one of you can't work? You see, you know, like how we say in, you know, always that the man are meant to pay all your bills. What happens when the man in this particular instance is lost his job because of COVID? What do we say in the instance when a man can't get a job now in COVID? Like, for instance, myself, I lost my job in COVID. I've been trying to apply for jobs. I ain't got one. So YouTube is my full-time gig. Now, it's making me some money. Guys, keep liking and sharing and subscribing to give me some more money, okay? All right? I want to take my missus on a lovely cruise one day, okay? All right, listen. So, really spit. How does that person handle stress? How does that person handle a change of scenery? How does that person handle a change of pace of life? How do they handle that? Then I can know what my true feelings are. Right now, the sun, sea, and sex is confusing, man. You know what I mean? Or it's at least talking the loudest. You know what I'm saying? But we won't know until we get to a real place. I love the fact, obviously, as well. You know, I love the fact that, obviously, as well, that, you know, when they came into the group, and you saw Woody talking, they asked Amani a question. Well, Miles did. He asked Amani a question. Who do you think is faster? And you know, she says obviously, you know, I think Karen's gonna win, etc. Right? And then Miles asks his boy, and his boy says, "Well, listen, whatever my wife says." He says it twice, I believe. So whatever my wife says, I'm not arguing. And what I loved about that is that not because it's about putting women first, but actually it's about understanding that, listen, look, this is why some men don't want to get married. Because they understand and they're aware that they lose a lot of power. Over time, as a male, you see, when we're talking about sex, I was talking about this the other day, like when we're talking about sex, right? What happens is men oftentimes are very body conscious, or I should say body focused, right? When they see the girl, excited by her frame, excited by, very excited about, you know, the girl and the physicality and the looks and everything like that. And they're very focused on the pleasure aspect of a relationship. And then as women start, they're very focused on the intrinsic. They want to focus on the inside of the individual that they're dating. As the relationship goes on, they begin to switch positions. Men start to focus on the intrinsic qualities and what's going to keep them there. And the women begin to focus on how do I get pleasured, right? And so now, when that starts to happen, you start to realize men start to lose power. Why? Because the moment you start looking at intrinsic qualities, you're focusing more on the inner person. You're focusing on how to stabilize what you have. Now, the person trying to stabilize, more often than not, is the one that's going to have less power. That's why at the beginning, women are trying to stabilize a relationship, trying to establish a relationship, trying to find out where they stand. They oftentimes are at disadvantage because they're at your pace. When you get together, yes, man, then we do lose a bit of power when we go along. Okay, that doesn't mean you lose all your power. You're still a leader. You're still a leader. You're still able to command. You're still able to. I shouldn't say command. You're still able to assert, be firm. You know, and be somebody who leads. But that's within reason now. But I love the way that Woody just said, obviously, look, whatever my wife said, man, that's what I'm on. You understand? Like, yo, don't.
Your wife. Thank you.
Don't even consult.
That's my answer.
My wife answered.
Oh. Oh.
What is happening right now?
I mean, and it's interesting because obviously the last episode was it on the bus when he didn't keep quiet when Miles was saying about the cougar situation, and when Amani was saying, listen, don't be calling my friend no cougar, and then obviously Woody jumped in and said, obviously, yeah, you're right, like don't call her no cougar, man, that's not game, bro, like, yo, man, that's what old woman did, and he explained it, right? So you see the unity between the two of them, right? He's not trying to separate himself, like, do you see what I'm saying? Even with his boy, he was still backing his girl. That just shows you the level of unity that they've got at the moment. And I love that, and I appreciate that. Do you know what I'm saying? We all strive to get that level of unity as well. I want to say this as well, like, it's going to be Woody's job at this moment to continually, at points and intervals, assure Amani that, this is not going to change. Because the whole point is this, like, she's experienced the whole giddy and it flopped. She's obviously finally given into sex now. They've had sex, but now it's about the fact that remaining that constant, remaining that in that continuity, remaining in that unification of each other, and assuring her that, listen, this wasn't just me trying to get my leg over. This, I haven't changed my mind because we had sex now. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, because some guys do. They literally have sex and then they suddenly go, I'm not really on it as I thought I was. I was a dog. Basically, you was a dog on heat. I don't think Woody is that person, but you know, for her, she's gonna need that reassurance once in a while. Just remind her, listen, I'm here for you, you only, no one else. I got you. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's the most important thing. Yeah, you feel me? Yeah. So yeah. And then obviously, I love the fact that, you know, Amani in the group always is the first person to kind of answer the questions about how's everyone doing, you know, have you guys kissed, are you guys having sex, like what is it that you know what I'm saying, like she really does try to probe, but the way she doesn't look, the way she does it, I never feel like she's trying to be nosy per se. I only feel like she's trying to be lighthearted, trying to find out what you guys say, like is everybody moving at a good pace, like da-da-da. And so I appreciate the way she does it, you know what I mean? It's never looking like I'm trying to be nosy and find out what you guys are actually on.
Yeah. Y'all be kissing?
Which is completely different to what a lot of people might do. And so, you know, I think that's a good quality to have. And I guess that she'll probably transfer that into her relationship as well with Woody. That she'll initiate conversation, try to find out how he's doing, see what's going on, where he stands at the moment. So she does that with the group. I expect her to do that in a relationship as well. And that's a good quality to have. You know, in your relationship, what you really want to have is that ability to have a conversation. I think many people are missing that in their relationships. You know, I've been there where you've kind of let sex do most of the talking. You've kind of let, you know, the foreplay and the rough play and, you know, the touching kind of dictate your actual relationship and dictate your actual feelings towards each other, rather than actually saying, okay, let's actually find out what we've got in common. Let's see how we think, how we feel. Do we have that in common? Do we move the same way? Do we, you know, view things the exact same way? Like, what's our ethos here? And so I think that conversation is one of the most important things, critical to any relationship that you're trying to go forth and prosper in. You know what I'm saying? Communication. Important. Cool.
Yeah. Y'all be kissing?
Say right now is a 9, close to a 10. I
love the fact that obviously as well, again, unification, the fact that they both, you know, both chose a 9 about their relationship. She stated again, reiterated the fact that, you know, what will take us at the next level is that, you know, she just trusts that obviously, you know, he's actually for her, that her fears will be reduced, and that will make it a 10. You know, they're pretty much there. Do you know what I mean? They're pretty much at the top of the hill. You know, we don't see any particular problems at the moment. The way they interact and the way they're dealing with issues, we can see there's a clear-cut line of communication. So we're not afraid for them. We know that they're doing good stuff. We know that they're pushing forward and actually really trying to bring a different side of each other. And I really love that. I love the fact that, again, you know, that the fact that they had the same answer for what they class as their relationship. Both said 9. Like, do you know what I mean? Unlike some people saying 7 and 5. You know what I'm saying? And then obviously finally to top it off when they actually had sex. And I think obviously Woody's been waiting, and I love the fact that obviously in the conversation when he said about having sex, again, Woody again, and you see this again, Woody and Amani, because they're advanced so far ahead of everybody else, they're initiating a lot of the conversation. So when you hear him ask the guys about you know, about dating and about you know, if your woman offered it on a plate, would you have sex now? And obviously Henry, that's when Henry then said what he said. But what I love is the advice that he gave Henry. He said, Henry, look, you just need to tell her like she's beautiful. You need to tell her that she's attractive. Are you doing that, bro? Like, and I love the fact he said, listen, let me tell you the truth, bro. Like, yo, you need to tell her that she's attractive. You need to tell her that she's good looking. You need to tell her, you need to big your girl up. Come on, man, bro. Don't let your girl be out here not knowing that you think she's fine and fire. She's on fire. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let her know, man. That don't be holding back and not be telling her that she's a fine specimen to look at. You know what I'm saying? Like, your eyes are beholding something wonderful and fine. You know what I'm saying? He who findeth a wife obtaineth favor from the Lord. You know what I'm saying? He who findeth a wife obtaineth favor from the Lord. Please, guys, find your wife. Open your eyes. Shine your eyes. You understand? Appreciate you guys. If you've got any other comments, leave them down below. We like, make sure you share, subscribe, and we appreciate you. No worries.